So in this video we can see about the third exercise DBMS lab built-in function. So when we take about the built-in functions, it receives many arguments and gives the result value output. Okay, so there are two types of SQL function, that is single row function and the multiple row, that is group function. Single row function you can call it as group functions. Okay, group function that it can be called as aggregate function also. So when we take a single row function, it manipulates data items. Okay, it accepts the arguments and it returns one value as an output. Okay, it accepts a collection of arguments and returns one value. It acts on each row returned. Okay, then return one result per row, may modify the data type. It can be nested also. So it accepts the arguments which can be a column or an expressions. So when we take about the single row function, a single row function returns a single result row for every row of queried tables or view. Okay. So these are the different types. See, these are the different types comes under the single row function: character, number, date, conversion, general. So first we can study about the character. So when we take the character function, these are the functions which are available in the character function. Okay, so int cap, that means initial, all the first letters will be capital letter, changed to uppercase, that is capital letter. Lowercase means lowercase of yes, string, case character string, all letters are changed to lowercase. Upper of string, that is S means the character string, all cases are changed to uppercase, capital letter. So concatenation, it requires two strings. Okay, what is concatenation? It joins the two strings, that is the concatenation means it joins. Okay, so next is the LPAD, that is returns S1. So it also has S1 and it has a number n, then S2, that means S1 and S2 are character strings and n is the integer value. So it leaves some space in the left side. What number we are giving here, according to that it leaves left, that is left L pad. Right pad means based on this number it leaves space in the right side. That is the meaning of this two expressions, functions. Okay. Then next is the left trim, right trim. So here S is the character string and set is the set of characters which we are going to trim, that we will be giving here. So left trim means left side characters will be trimmed. Right trim means right side characters will be trimmed. Okay. See, removal, that is trimming means removal of the character, a set of character. Okay. So replace is search is replace of S. This is the syntax. So S is the character string. Then it search is equal to target string, then replace with that target string. Okay, so it replaces a set of character, removing a character and replacing another one character. So returns it with every occurrence of search is replaced by replaces, default removes searches. Then substring, that is character string, beginning position, it gives some, it will mention here like this. This is the syntax for substring. S, M, then N. Then S is the character string, M is the beginning position. These two are integer values. Okay, beginning position and number of characters. That is given in the substring. So it returns a substring from S beginning in the position M and N character long. Default returns to end of the string. Okay, then length of the string, if you want to find out the length of the particular string, then you can give this function. It will count and give the length of the string. Then NSTR, this means, so see here there are two strings. See, S1 and S2 are character strings. M is the beginning position, N is the occurrence of the S2 in S1, S2 in S1. Okay, how many times the number of character is used in S1, it will count and it will give the return the position of the nth occurrence of the S2 in S1 in occurrence. See how many times the particular word, that particular string is occurring in S1, that we can give with position M, both M and N default to 1. So this is the character function. Then character function, there are two different functions, that is case manipulation function and character manipulation function. Case means we know uppercase, lowercase, then initial first letter will be capital letter. So these three functions comes under case manipulation function. Then other, so here we study the list of functions, character functions. So these functions comes under case manipulation function, and the remaining comes under the character manipulation function. Now we can see one by one function. What are the functions? See, lowercase, these functions convert case for character string. So we are giving here the function syntax and it results the SQL course. Okay, so see, this is the given string lower SQL course. So what will be the result? Everything will be converted into lowercase. Uppercase means everything will be converted into capital letter. Initial cap, that means initial first letter will be C. S and C will be capital. The next we are going to study about the case manipulation function. So one by one we can see this. See here with an example we have given, that is display the employee number, name, department number for employee agents. So what is the procedure we studied is for displaying as a tough column. What do you have to do? Select employee ID, this employee ID, last name, department ID from the table employees where the last name is agents. Okay, so no row selected, so it is some case sensitive. See, when we are giving lower, then the particular table is row is displayed. See, so select employee ID, last name, department ID from where lower, last name, agents, when it is given, so the employee ID is selected. So these are the character manipulation function. So when we give concatenation, concat hello world, it will combine the two, it will join the two strings. Then sub str, that is hello world, we are going to find, this is the beginning, so first character. So see, I have already said in that see when we go here, see substring, what is the syntax? S, M, N. Okay, so M what? Beginning position. N what? Number of characters. So when we go to this one, see the beginning position, yeah, 1. How many characters should display? 5. So this 5 characters will be displayed. Hello. Then length, if you want to find the length of the string is displayed here. We will get this as a result. Then next is the initial, so IN string. Okay, that means, so W, which position it is, in the 6th place, that it will be given. LPAD, see, LPAD means will be giving after left side how many space should be given. See, left side, it is occupied with the star. Then RPAD means right side, it is also we are giving occupied with the star. Trimming, okay, so height from hello world. So this height is removed from this hello world and we get this as a result. This is the character manipulation function. So using the character manipulation function, we can see some example. Select employee ID, concatenation of first and last name. Concatenation means combining first and last name. Then this is the first query. Then what you have to do? Then we have to find the length of the last name. Then here in this string, last name, small a, in which position it is, how many small a's are present in this particular last name, that also it should display. So this is the query, and and you can see the output. So it is concatenating join. First query is join first name and last name. See, joining the first name and last name. Then for each and every column, it is doing the same thing. See, Jonathan Taylor, Kimberly Grant, Pat Fay, everything is joined. So next is the length. So it is displaying the length of the last name. So last name is Abel. So it is length is 4. Then Taylor, its length is 6. Then again last, what you have to find? In the last name, how small a, how many places it is found. Okay. No, in last name A only, but here it is finding 2. Okay, no. In which position? Okay, A is in which position? Okay, so here yes, A is in which position? So here small a is not available, so it is displayed as 0. Then here in the in this last name Taylor, the A is in second position. See, again in this Grant, the A is in third position. The Fay, the A is in second position. So this is how the string, the character manipulation function works. Then the next we are going to study about the number function. So character function, the next is the number function. So these are the things we can do with number, rounding the number, then truncating, then finding the modulus calculation, everything we can do using the number function. So these are the number functions, CABS, that it finds the absolute value of the particular value m. Then mod, you know, it finds the result remainder, okay, remainder value of a division. It needs 2 numbers. Then power, this is considered as a number, and this one is the exponent. Okay, then round m, and it will be giving the decimal number of decimal places to be rounded. Truncated means the decimal position will be given for truncating that number. Sine, cos, tan, this is arc sine, tan, cos, everything will be all the functions are given in numerical functions. All we can find using the SQL numerical function. Okay, so we can go to the next slide. So here we are giving some example. Here are some of the examples of the use of some of this numerical function. So select round like this. This number will be given, and here 2. Okay, the decimal value 2 from the table dual. Then select square root of. So square root, it finds the square root, no need any decimal position. Then power, see this number to the power 5. 5 is the power of this number. Okay. So using some example, we can find the round function. Round function, so usually we'll be rounding the nearest 10 values. Okay, the nearest 10, 100, thousands, etc. So here first query is rounding 45.923 in second decimal value is given. Okay, so the decimal value should be this much only. So see the output 45.92. So after decimal, 2 values must be there. So it is given like this. So round 45.923. So this one for around 45.923, 0. So it will be rounded as 46. Okay, rounded as 46. Here minus 10 means what? It is rounding the nearest tens. What is the nearest 10? 50 is the nearest 10. So this is the rounding function. Okay. So next is the truncating function. So truncating function is, here it is given 1. Okay. So 45, here it is truncating the last number. See, this last number, it is truncating. Here if you are not giving any decimal value, then it will truncate the entire value after the decimal number. This is the output of that 45. The next one, minus 2 means minus 2 means it will entirely delete and it gives 0. Okay. Now calculate the remainder of a salary after it is divided by 5,000 for all the employees whose job title is sales representative. This for mod function. So what you have to do, you have to divide the salary by 5,000 for all the employees and you have to display. So how you have to calculate the remainder of a salary after it is divided by 5,000 for all employees whose job title is sales representative. Job title is sales representative. Okay. So what you have to do, we are giving this query. We are writing this: select last name. Okay, that person's last name, his salary. What the calculation must be? The mod salary 5,000. Okay, salary divided by 5,000 from the employee table where job ID is sales representative. So the last name of the sales representative is displayed, then his salary is displayed, then the salary divided by 5,000 and its remainder is given in this side. This is how the modification function is represented. So next we are coming with working with dates. Okay, so Oracle it is defaultly it is given these dates. Okay, century, year, month, day, hours, minutes, seconds. The default date displays DD, month, then year, RR. Okay, allows you to store 21st century date in 20th century by specifying only the last 2 digits of the year. We have to only it will specify the last 2 digits of the year. Okay, so when we say date, see, system date is a function that is returns. Okay, so date, when we take date function is used to store date and time information. Date and time can be represented in both. When you are creating a table, you can represent the data type of date and time as both character and numbers. The date data type has, but the date data type has some special associated property with it. Okay. For each date values, the following information is stored. For everything, for each date, the following information is stored. What? Century, year, month, day, hours, seconds, etc. The default date format is what? Date, month, year. For example, this is the. So when we are creating a table, you will be giving like this: create table, customer is number. This we are taking as primary key. Then number, we are giving name, we are giving as worker, date of birth as date, say customer the date as date. Okay. So what we can do arithmetics with dates. We can add or subtract a number to or from a date for a resultant date value. We can subtract 2 dates to find the number of dates in between that. Okay, in between those days. Then we can add hours to date by dividing the number of hours by 24. So see here, so some arithmetic operations with date. Okay, so select last name, selecting last name, then we are going to update the, find out the system date, higher date. Okay, system date, higher date by 7 as weeks from employees where department ID is equal to 90. So this department ID 90 employees are listed, last names are listed here, and the weeks, how many weeks they have worked, that is displayed here. Okay, that is the higher date divided by 7. So these are the date functions. Month, between month we can dates, how many dates are between a month we can find out. Month between, add months, add calendar months to the date. Next date, we can find the next date of a specific date specified, last date, round, truncate. These are the date functions. Okay. See, month between. So if you want to find the month between these two, it will be giving this much. Okay, month between. So this to this year, 95 to 94, From September to January, how many months? Then add months. Then what we are doing, this will display the add month. So 6 month we are adding, so it will give July, from Jan to July. Next day, so next day means, so this is the date given, the Friday, that will be 8th September 95, the next day. Okay, last day, see February, 1st February 95, its last day 28th February, it will be, this will be the results. So next one, so we assume the system date is 25 June 95. Okay, so first one, round function, round system date up by month. So what will be the result? Round. Next is July, is rounding August, so it is the end of July, so next will be the 1st August. Okay, so round system date of year, so next what will be 96, rounding off, so it is the middle of the year, no, 7th month, so it will be rounding off 1st Jan 96. Truncate system date month, if you are giving like this, it will this 25, it will change to 01 July from the 1st. Okay, truncate year wise means it will go to 01 Jan. Okay, 01 Jan from the beginning, truncate. So that's all about the date function. The next general function, this function works with any date type and pertain to using nulls. Okay, so these are the general function. There are 4 different general functions: null value 2, null if, coalesce. Okay, so these are the 4 functions of general, which comes under general function. So first is the null value. So if you want to mention null value, the expression is, the syntax is given like this: null value, expression 1, expression 2. Null value, what it will do, it will convert null values to an actual value. If a column has a null value, it will change to an actual value. Okay, data types that can be used are date, character and number. Data type must match with each other, that is expression 1, expression 2 must of same data types. The expression must be same data type. So syntax is null value, that is expression 1, expression 2. So expression 1 is the source value or expression. This is the target value. Expression 2 is the target value, which converting the null. Okay. Expression 1 may be contain null value. Okay. So the null value is a short form for null. NVL is the short form from null value. Is a function. It is commonly used in SQL. What it will do? Already I said it replaces the null value with a specific default value. Okay, so this is the expression, and we can give a default value here. See, for example, it is a employee table, and these are, see here a salary is mentioned null. Okay, so what the null value function will do, if you want to retrieve the first name of employee along with their salary and replace null salaries with default value 0, we can use the NVL function. Okay, so first name, we are going to retrieve the first name with, so here see, the first name, last name we no need. Okay, we are going to retrieve with the first name, then the null value. If the salary column has null value, then it will change to 0, default value, as adjusted salary from this employee. Okay, so see what we will receive, the following first value, as well as it will convert the null value to 0. This will be, so this the salary is converted as adjusted salary, the column. Okay, so this is the value of this is the concept of the null value. Okay, so another one thing I can say here, So if the expression 1 is null, it goes to expression 2 and it will display that value. If the expression 2 is not null, it will display that one. Okay. For example, here first name, last name. First name sometimes unavailable, so it will display the last name. Likewise. So null value 2 function. Null value 2 function uses 3 expressions. Null value function, it only uses 2 expression. Okay. Here it uses 3 expressions. The null value function, what it will do, first examines the first expression. If the first expression is not null, then the null value, not null, okay, then the null value function returns the second expression. If the first expression is null, then the third expression is returned. See, if the expression 1 is not null, then NVL2 what it will do, it returns the expression 2. If expression 1 is null, if expression 1 is null, it returns expression 3. Okay, so once again, if the first expression is null, then the third expression is returned. If the first expression is not null, then the second expression is returned. Okay. Here, expression 1 is source value. Expression 2 is the return value if expression 1 is not null. Okay. Likewise, expression see, it returns like this. If expression 1 is null, then which value will be returned? Expression 3. So this is given here. So here we can see about the null if function. Okay, so null if function compares two expression. Okay, if they are equal, then the function returns null. If they are not equal, then what happens? The function returns the first expression. Okay, so this is the syntax. Null if expression 1, then expression 2. So see, here we can see with an example. If the functions are, if the two values are same, then see, what did I say? If the two values are equal, the function returns null. It does not returns anything. If the two values are not equal, then the function returns the first expression. See, here the two values are not equal. So this is the example. So first it gives the, we are taking length of the first name as expression 1 and length of the last name as expression 2. So we are checking, comparing these two things. Okay, the first expression and the second expression. Null if length of the this is the first expression. Okay, then length first name comma length last name result from employee. Then give the result from the table employee. Okay, so first name, length of the first name is 8, length of the second name is 5. So what will be the result? It will return the, it will compare to, if it is not the same, then it returns the first expression. This, see, it compares the two values. If it is not same, then it will take the first expression. If they are same, then it returns null, nothing. Okay, so this is the concept. See, if they are same, it does not return anything. This is the function of null if function. The next one, collapsing function. Okay, so see here, this function examines the first expression. If the first expression is not null, it returns. So it checks all the null values. See, if the first expression is not null, it returns that expression. If it is null, it goes to the next expression. If it is, that expression is also null, it goes to the next expression. Likewise, it returns first non-null expression. See, okay, so see, there is a syntax given, expression 1, expression 2 and up to expression n. If the expression is not null, then this value is returned. If the expression is null, then it goes to the second expression. If it is null, it goes to the second expression. Likewise, when it returns the first non-null expression. Okay, if the expression 3 is not null, then it returns that value. Next we can see the aggregate data using group function. Now we are going to grouping. Okay, grouping function. So see, first you may be able to identify the available group functions. So you may be able to describe the use of group functions. So next one, group data everything. Okay, I will explain one by one. So the group functions are, you may already studied in aggregate function. Average, count, maximum, minimum, sum, correlation coefficient, median, standard deviation, variance. These all comes under group function. This everything comes under group function. Okay. So average, you know, average value of the column. Count, you know, that number of rows returned including the duplicates and null. Okay, it will count everything including duplicates and null. If you give count star, then count distinct, that and all, that means number of rows where the values of the column is not null. Okay, maximum, so in the particular column which value is maximum, that will be the return, it will be given as result. So these are the various group functions. Okay, now we can see types of group function. These are the important group function, that is average, count, maximum, minimum, standard deviation, sum, variance. See, what are group functions? As number of group of data is given, from that a single value is returned as a result. Okay, so maximum salary of the employee in a table. So among this number of rows and number of rows, so which it will be selected and displayed, maximum of the salary means among these which is the maximum salary, that will be returned. Okay, then next is the group function syntax. This is the group function syntax. Select column, group of functions, column name is given from the particular table, where condition, grouped by column, ordered by column. So these everything comes under group function. So this is the group functions syntax. So when we want to do a aggregate function, it must come under group by column and order by column. Group by column. Okay. See here, using average and sum function, select, so group of thing we are doing in one query, that is select average of salary, maximum of salary, minimum of salary, sum of salary from employee table, where his employee ID is like representative. Okay, employee ID is this one. So from this employee ID, the average, for this employee ID, the average salary is this one, maximum salary is this one, minimum salary is this one, and sum of salary. So this is the using the average and sum function. The next one, minimum and maximum. Here itself we can find out, select the minimum hire date, maximum hire date from the employee. So minimum and maximum hire date are displayed here. We will get the output like this. So next one, count star. What is the use of the count star? Okay, so returns the number of rows in the, rows in the table. See, select count star from employee table, where the employee's department is 50. So how many employees are there under this department ID 55? It will count and display the value like this. Using the count function again, see, count expression returns the number of rows with non-null value for the expression. See, count star, it counts all the values. count with expression, so it gives like this, okay, with non-null values for the expression. Display the number of department values in the employee table in excluding the null values. Okay, so it counts this column from the employee table where the department ID is 80. So excluding, it does not count the non-null values. It gives this result. Then count distinct expression. That means unique department ID. See, returns the number of distinct non-null values of the expression. Display the number of distinct department value in the employee table. Distinct department ID. Okay, how many IDs are there? 7. Count like that. Distinct. So some department ID will be 10. Some department ID will be 20 department. So how many it is counting? Likewise, distinct value. Okay, 7. Then group function, ignore null values in the group function. What it will do? It ignores null values in the column. Okay, it ignores the null values. So this is the example given for this from the employee. Then using the NVL function with the group function. So what is NVL? We know null value. Okay, so the null value function forces group functions to include the null values. I'll ask them to include the null values. Okay, so this is the syntax for using null value with aggregate function. Average, it including null values of this column. Okay, so this will be the output. So this is the syntax for that. Okay, what is the syntax for average using null value? See, creating group of data. So see, this is the department. Already I said no, this is the department ID. These are the different ID. For example, department ID 10 will be CSE, department ID 20 will be ECE. So these are the so in 22 employees are working. So sometimes this department 50 will be mechanical department. So how many number of employees are working? 5 employees are working. So likewise, the department ID is the ID and their salary, that employee's salary. So it is what is the resultant of this this table? It is showing the average salary of each and every department. For department 10, 4,400 is an average salary. For department 20, this is the average salary. For 50, this one is the average salary. So it is displaying the average salary in employee table for each and every department. So consider these are different departments. Okay. So next one, creating group of data, the group by class syntax. So group by class, it all comes under the aggregate function. So aggregate function comes and should be under group by expression. Okay, group by and order by column. So select column, group function, column, group function, average, maximum, that one. Then from table where condition is given, group by the group expression, order by what is the order of the column. Everything is given here. See here, see group by class. It is using what? Group by class. Group C, select department. So all columns in the select list that are not in group function must be in the group by class. Group by class, it specifies a particular the department ID. Okay, grouped by department ID. See this table what we studied, that we are seeing here. Select how we are using the group by class, that we can see here. Select department ID. What we have to calculate? The average salary of each and every department from the employee table, grouped by what? Department ID. So these are department ID. So many employees comes under each and every department ID. So if 10 is CSE department ID, then there will be number of employees working under the CSE department. Likewise, 20 is EC department, there will be number of employees working under that particular ID. No. Okay, so this is the average salary of this department. This is the average salary of this department ID 20. So this is the query and this will be the result. So how many rows are selected? 8 rows are selected. So group by column. Next, so group by class, the same thing. How we are doing the next one? See, you no need to select any ID. It is grouped by department ID. Select average. So here we are selecting the department ID we are giving. So the department ID is selected, displayed. Okay. So here department ID is not given, but we are grouped by department ID. Okay. We have exactly the same thing, but the department ID is not there explicitly shown here. Here it is not explicitly shown, but it is the calculation is done based on the department ID, grouped by department ID. Okay. Grouping by more than one column. So see, add up the salary. Again we are adding the salary, job ID, department ID. So department ID, for each and every one department has a unique ID. Here each and every employee have a unique ID, that is the job ID. Okay, so department ID is 90 and job ID this one. So then various unique ID, job ID under the department 90. Okay, so this is arranged like this, group by department. See, the average salary, then their ID, then department ID, everything are grouped. Then here using the group by class on multiple column, group by class on multiple column. Select department ID, department ID, job ID, then sum of salary. You're grouping, we can give more than one column as group by more than one column. See, department ID as well as job ID. So it is grouped according to the department ID, job ID, its average salary is given here. The next one is, see, illegal queries using group function. Any column or expression in selection list that is not aggregate function must be in the group by class. Okay, see, if you are giving this, it must comes under group by class. Otherwise, it gives error. Column missing in the group by class. See, so here you are giving aggregate function and nothing is given group by class, anything else. The next one, if you are using where here, that also leads to error. So in aggregate, when you are using aggregate function, you should not use where, you have to use have function. Okay, so in where only we will be giving the condition. Okay, so in the place of where, when we are using aggregate function, use having class. Where class should be restricted in groups. Okay, in groups where class should be restricted. You have to use only having function. That also leads to error if you use where. Okay, so this is the output for this maximum. So here each and every department which is the highest salary, maximum salary is displayed here. Okay, see, then excluding group result having. So you have to use the having class to restrict groups. Okay, rows are grouped, the group function is applied here. Group matches the having class are displayed. So having class, we are giving the having condition. uh, where place, where class will be giving the condition. No, likewise here also in having function we will be using the condition. See, this is the condition used in having group by job ID. Then group, for grouping we have to mention this having class. Okay, having class is used like this: group by job ID, then the sum of salary is greater than 13,000, ordered by sum of salary. It is ordered by, order means ascending or descending, likewise that is the order. Here it is ordered by some, that order, see, smallest to greater number it is ordered. Okay, that is the meaning of the ordered by sum of salary. So nesting group function. So here, see, select maximum. See, nesting group means inside a aggregate function we can use another one aggregate function, that is the nesting. Okay, so inside the aggregate function, see, max is an aggregate function, inside that we can use another one function. So this we call it as nesting group function. That's all.